YouTube family, what is up? So in this video, I'm going to share with you the best side hustle, all right, in 2025 to make an extra $300,000. No license needed, no degree needed, and it's something that you can do part-time or full-time. It works in any city, any states, okay? So first off, you know, a lot of you think about stocks, okay? Stocks, dude, is definitely not a good way to go in 2025. And let me tell you why. Because to me, stock is kind of like a gamble, all right? So if you have 5,000, 10,000, this is what I do, even up to 50 or 100, even up to like 50,000, okay? I like to call this baby money, okay? A lot of you do, you want to take your baby money and instead of investing into yourself, education, and learning high income skills, what you're doing, my friend, is you're trying to get lucky, all right? You're trying to take the 5 to 10,000 and then you want to gamble and you want to put into the stock market. Most people who day trade, dude, from what I know, most people who day trade, dude, makes zero money. 99% of them, man, makes zero. Okay, majority of the time, dude, they're losing their boat. They're losing their booty, all right? They're losing, okay? So stock is not a good way to go. It's more of a gamble. And even if stocks goes up, okay, so let's just say you put 10,000 into it. Even if the stocks double, well, what are you going to come out? You're going to come out with 20K? How long is that going to take you? Okay? And how many time can you do that? Can you rinse and repeat? Can you repeat the process? All right? The answer is probably no, man. Okay? So going from 10K to 20K and trying to get lucky, dude, this ain't going to change your life. Okay? 5,000 and then it doubles and then you hit 10,000, ain't going to change your life. Okay? So I wouldn't get into the whole stocks. Okay? Stocks is like when you try and diversify. When you have made a lot of money and you're trying to diversify your portfolio, then yes, maybe you can invest something into stock. Okay? The next one is a lot of you do what you're trying to do is crypto. I know that crypto, the whole crypto dude is blowing up right now. All right? Especially with Mr. Trump being the presidente, man. Getting some pro crypto in there. And I know that crypto has been blowing up. I mean, I myself also have some crypto. But is crypto a good investment in 2025? Once again, crypto is more like a gamble. It's not a skill. Okay? So I suggest that you need to invest in a skill set. Okay? Instead of trying to get lucky in crypto or into stocks. And this is what I tell all of my students, okay? That they need to get the income, they need to get their money up first before they try and diversify, put a little bit of money in stocks, put a little bit of money into the crypto. I mean, I do believe that Bitcoin is here to stay, ain't gonna go to zero. ETH ain't gonna go to zero, okay? There's too much money in it already, okay? But a lot of you, dude, you don't have a skill set and you're trying to take your baby money and then you're trying to invest in crypto. Once again, you're chasing after that meme coin, the pump and dump game, all right? And you end up, dude, you're going to lose all your money, okay? So the skill set that I'm talking about is not fix and flip, okay? I know a lot of you probably follow me, understand. You know, 12 years ago when I got into real estate, man, I started out with the whole fix and flip and it was a nightmare. It's probably one of the worst business to get into, man. It's the whole fix and flip game. One of the worst business to get into. Okay, you got to babysit the contractor. You got to deal with the city. Got to get permit. There's a lot of moving piece. Okay, a lot of risk. You're putting up a bunch of capital to acquire these property and then you're not going to get your money back. Typically, it will take, I would say, from start to finish, 4 to 6 months before you can actually sell the property and then recoup your money. And majority of the fix and flipper that I know, I would say your first 1 to 3 years of being in the game, you really don't have a lot of money sitting in the bank. Majority of your money is out there just spinning. Okay, so you flip one property. Okay, you make your money from that property, and then all of a sudden it goes right back out to another piece of property, either the same amount or a larger amount. Okay, but you don't see your money until 4 to 6 months later, and then it comes back into your bank account. It hits your bank account. It goes back out to another piece of property. And the whole fix and flip game is extremely hard to leverage. So if you're trying to grow that business, you're trying to scale that business to like $300,000 a month, $100,000 a month, or $1 million a month, it's extremely hard. You need a big team, and obviously, dude, you're gonna acquire a lot of debt. Okay, and it's extremely risky. I'm talking about if you want to get to the point where that fix and flip can make you, $100,000 a month, $300,000 a month, dude, you're putting up millions of dollars. And when the market take a turn, dude, you already know it, man. You're gonna get wiped out of the game. And back in 2008, for those of you who are not around in 2008, 2009, 2010, you know how many people got wiped out of the real estate game? And they've been a real estate investor for a long time, and they got their ass kicked. It's because they don't have enough reserve. Okay? They don't have enough reserve to withstand the downtime. And then, boom, got caught with their pants down. Okay? So I wouldn't recommend the whole fix and flip game. Okay? Did it for 4.5 years. It was a nightmare. I almost lost everything. Oh, dude, YouTube family, comment in the chat and let me know that you guys can hear me. Man, I don't even know if YouTube family is really alive. Nobody's commenting anything except for TikTok. What up, TikTok fam? What's going on, man? Okay. So most of you think about real estate, fix and flip, and then the other one is buy and I don't know why I made a dollar sign. Buy and hold. Okay. This is probably the last step. TikTok, I gotta flip it around, right? Okay, hold on a second. I gotta flip the screen around. Man, okay, hold on a second. Let me spin it around. Better? Is it better? Okay, double tap the screen. Let me know if that's better. Okay. So with the buy and hold game, which is rental property, which a lot of you think about is, hey, Khang, I want passive income. Okay. So the buy and hold, the rental game, I need to understand that it's a 10 to 20 years game plan. So if you're looking to get rich in the next 10 to 20 years, dude, then buy and hold. Buy and hold is a long-term game. Okay? You're not going to get rich, like you're not going to make $10,000 within the first year of buying rental property. You're not going to make $20,000 within 2 years of owning rental property. You're not. Unless you're already born in a rich family, okay? But you're not. So buy and hold is like buy and hold is when you already got rich, okay? When you already making a lot of money. So I would say that until you get to the point where you're making at least $25,000 a month, and I'm talking about take home. I'm not talking about gross, okay? I'm talking about net. Until you get to the point where you have a business and that business generates you $25,000 a month net in your pocket, in the banky. That's when you can think about, hey, Khang, dude, now I'm making $300,000 a year. Then you can start thinking about, hey, let's start buying some rental property. Let's buy 1 or 2 rentals a year. All right. So the side hustle that I'm talking about, and I think a lot of you probably know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to explain to you guys, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get into the game. So once again, if you're looking to make an extra $100,000 to $300,000 in 2025, whether you want to do this part-time or full-time, comment in the chat. TikTok family, double tap the screen, give this video a share. And let's rock and roll. So what I'm talking about is wholesaling of real estate. And the reason why I love wholesaling is because it is the safest and the quickest way to make money in real estate. Literally, all you need is a laptop, okay? a telephone, okay, and internet. While I was in Vietnam, okay, my VA locked 2 properties under contract, and potentially I think all together combined, we're going to make about $50,000 to $55,000. Okay? That's it. With wholesaling, here is how it works. And you can get paid literally within 15 days. I have closed a deal in 7 days. Sometimes, dude, if the title company works really fast, dude, you can close a deal in 3 days and get paid. The average wholesale fee in around the States is between, I would say the average wholesale fee is around 20 to 25K, but let's just lean towards $20,000. Imagine if you just do 1 wholesale deal a month, $20,000 a pop. That is what, an extra $240,000 a year that you can add to your income. Okay, now I'm going to show you how it works. Who here already know how wholesaling work? Comment in the chat and let me know. People, let's talk. Talk to me. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me, fam. So who here already know the concept of, like the basic concept of what wholesaling is? Okay? Who here already know? Let me flip this camera around so I can get some question here. Answer some question. Who here already kind of know? I don't know. I have wholesale 4 deals. Good. So I don't know. Okay, so let me show you exactly what wholesaling is and how simple it is. Okay? So let me flip the camera around. I'm doing a lot of work here. Okay, hold on a second. So here's pretty much what wholesaling is. Okay? So all you need to do is you need to find a distressed property with a motivated seller. Okay? A distressed property is like a rundown house, pretty much, right? It's in a bad condition. It needs to be rehabbed with a motivated seller. Motivated means that the seller, maybe it could be in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure, or they upside down on their property, or they owe some taxes on their house, the property tax, or maybe it's a probate, maybe it's inherit property, or maybe it's an absentee owner. They live out of states, the property is sitting vacant, or maybe it could be a tired landlord. Okay, so that's what I mean by a motivated seller, which means they have a motivation to get rid of the property and they're willing to get rid of it for cheap. Those are the people that we're targeting. We're not targeting people who's trying to get retail value for their property. Okay? So once you come in contact, dude, all you need to do is you just need to find that, negotiate a deal with them, and then lock that property on a contract. So let's just say that the property's worth $200,000 and you're able to lock it up on a contract for $110,000. Okay? Because it needs work and the seller's in pre-foreclosure. You lock it up on a contract for $110,000. The seller and you sign a purchase and sell contract. Okay? In this contract, it gives you equitable interest, which means as a potential buyer, you're able to move forward to buy the property, or you have the rights to sell that piece of paper, that contract, over to someone else for a profit. And that's what we're doing. Okay? And then all you need to do is you just need to find a cash buyer, which is typically the flipper. Okay? Typically, we find the house flipper. And all we need to do is we just need to pitch this to them and say, hey, you can buy this property for $130,000. It's worth $200,000. And then all that buyer needs to do is that buyer, once you find the buyer just needs to sign what's called an assignment contract. An assignment contract, which means it's a one-page contract. They're just going to sign it, that they're going to buy the property for $130,000. You got under contract for $110,000, so they're going to step into your shoes. They're going to move forward to close on the property, right? And then obviously you get paid. The difference is $20,000. Make sense? you got under contract for 110. You found someone who's going to buy for 130. So the difference is 20,000, and that, my friend, is called a wholesale fee or an assignment fee or a wholesale deal. That's pretty much it. And wholesaling, all it costs is, to lock your property under contract. One of my students, all he came up with is $10 for the EMD, which stands for the earnest money deposit, and he sold his first deal and made $18,000. Who here would risk $10 in exchange to make $18K? Comment in the chat. Talk to me. My God, YouTube family, you guys are silent. Nobody, you guys are silent, man. Dude, I just came back from Vietnam. I've been awake since 2 a.m. The whole jet lag, man. Because right now in Vietnam, so it's Saturday here, but it is Sunday. I would say it's Sunday night over there. No, Sunday morning over there. So, dude, I've been awake since 2 a.m. I don't know when I'm going to fall asleep, but right now, dude, I'm feeling pumped. Okay, so let me flip this camera around here. Okay, let's get some question and answer on TikTok as well. Now, listen, you don't need a license. You don't need a degree to actually do this, okay? You're not a realtor, okay? You are representing as an investor who comes in, who negotiate a deal, and then once they sign the purchase and sale contract, a lot of you will be like, well, Khang, if you were to do this virtual, how does the seller sign the contract? Good question. So there is a website that I use called DocuSign.com. Okay? You just upload your contract, you send it to the email, they open it, and they can sign it electronically. Now, the key thing I want you guys to understand is that there's a software that I use that allows me to travel, which means I don't have to physically be in a certain city or a certain state. Like I can go into your city and I can pull up, okay, flip the camera around, okay. I can literally go into your city and I can pull up 10,000 vacant houses. Who here would like to with the click of a button, I can pull up 10,000 vacant houses, dude, in your city right now, under 5 minutes. So there's a software that I use called King Data, KingData.ai. Dude, this software is extremely powerful. This is where I go and get my pre-foreclosure list, my tax delinquent list, my absentee owner, my probate, my foreclosure list, inherit property, tire landlord, people who own their property upside down. So listen, it doesn't even matter if you want to fix and flip, or it doesn't even matter if you want to buy and hold. The key thing to actually making money in real estate is being able to find these motivated seller so you can get them under contract at a super, super low price. And the software that I use to find these people is called KingData.ai. Okay? So let me flip the camera around TikTok. Let's hold on a second. Oh, we got 279, 285 on here. Let's go. Ricky said, taking advantage of older people who don't know their equity value is stealing. So good question, Ricky. And I know a lot of people think that wholesaling is basically, we're taking advantage of people, but we don't. And let me explain why that is. Just like when people go to a pawn shop, when people call us, there are homeowners that knows how much their property's worth. They know that they can list it with an agent, right? But they choose not to. Just like when people go to the pawn shop, man. Why don't they just put it on Facebook? Why don't they just put it on Craigslist? Why don't they just try to sell the most they can? But they just want the cash now. They don't want the hassle of listing with an agent. All right. They don't want to do the repair because they don't have the capital to do the repairs. They don't want to wait 3 to 4 months to sell their property and get paid. They want the money today and they want it a hassle-free sell. So they're willing to trade their equity for the convenience and for the hassle-free sale. Understood? So for us, it's like, you know, we don't go like, dude, they're a seller that we have actually done a deal where they literally cry and gave us a testimonial and say, hey, how amazing it is that you guys are able to do this. You know, I didn't have the capital. My house would have gone in pre-foreclosure. Like it would have, like they would have, the bank would have took their property, took the house, and they would have walked away with nothing, and their credit would have been destroyed. But guess who come in and saved the day, my friend? Shit. That's right, dude. That's right. So I mean, it all comes down to is you got to shift your mindset. But typically, those people who think like Ricky, who think like that, I'm not targeting you, right? But most people who think like that, it's not an entrepreneur. They probably are stuck at the J O the B. That's all I can tell you. Those people, dude, I can guarantee you right now, Ricky, dude, is stuck at a J O the B. He's working at a J O the B, and he's making minimum wage, man. Most entrepreneur, dude, they always think of some, like when they look at things, they look for opportunities. They be like, dude, there's an opportunities for me to make money. And they go for it. Does the seller also need to sign off on the assignment agreement? Nope. It's my car. No, that's not my car. No, the seller does not need to sign off on the assignment agreement. It's just the you and the buyer who sign the assignment agreement. Okay? So a lot of you be like, well, does the seller knows how much I'm selling it for? No. The seller does not know how much you make on the assignment fee. Okay? Only the buyer. Looks like it's my car. No, that's not my car. It's somebody's car. Laura said, how would you deal with a foreclosure property? Okay, good, man. So typically a property that are in foreclosure, typically the bank give them X amount of time before they actually lose the property. So the goal is when you deal with foreclosure, is, dude, you gotta get, you basically, you lock it up, and then you got to get the buyer to come in and close on it before it hit the auction. That's the key. That's the key. Okay. So typically, you know, when you do for foreclosure, there's a time crunch that you have to get it done by. So there's a lot of pressure to get it done fast. Khang, what advantage does King Data have that prop streams or batch leads doesn't, besides being more expensive? Oh, Chris. Dude, I can tell you right now, Chris, is that I've used all the software that you can think of, man. I've been in the game for 12 years. And I'm not here to talk bad or talk down at any, you know, other company. I just know that King Data is the one that we're currently using right now. They integrated AI into their software, which means that you can go in there and it can predict 90 days before anybody gets into pre-foreclosure, tax delinquents, or divorce. So imagine if you get to know 90 days, okay, before that property, okay, that person gets into pre-foreclosure. So you get to target them 90 days before it gets to any other investor. Imagine, dude, if you know 90 days before the husband and wife even know that they're going to get into divorce. Imagine you know 90 days before even the husband and the wife doesn't even know about it, man. and you will know. So basically what they do is they integrate AI into their software. It basically takes 40 years of data and it predicts the trend, right? Paying on time, late payment, yada, yada, yada. Right? And that it will able to tell you who is motivated to sell or get into a distressed situation where they need to sell in the next 90 days. So that way you can target them before any other investor can get to them. Make sense? And not just that, dude. Dude, there's so many things in that software that I couldn't even explain to you all, but you should check out my other YouTube video that we went through. Also, too, is in that software. Check this out, Chris. Dude, other wholesaler who has the property in a contract, they market that onto the software, and you get to go in there, and you all you need to do is click on it. It'll show that person contact info. You can reach out to that person, and guess what, dude? You can start doing JV deals. So right now, dude, I have a VA. All she does 8 hours a day is look for deals on the software, Facebook Marketplace, Bigger Pockets and other places. And all we do is JV. And right now we're doing about 20,000 average a month just from JV deals. So I know a lot of you might think it's expensive, but you're not thinking straight if you're thinking expensive. All you're doing, dude, is you're trading $150. So you're trading $149. Who here would trade $149? Who here would risk $149, dude? But some of you do. Your dinner is more expensive than $149. Okay? Who here would risk $149 in exchange to make $20K a month? Who here would? Dude, you close one deal, bro, and it'll pay for that software like what, 5 years, bro. So I don't know why you say it's expensive. When I first start out, dude, I have to do the hard way to find divorce. I have to go to find inherit property. Dude, I pay over $1,000 a month for different kind of software just to do what this software do all in one. You don't know what expensive is until you've been through the game and you'll be like, oh shit, it's cheap. It's cheapo, okay? Victor said, I'm going to get King data next week. I need more leads. Victor, I can't pronounce your name. HP, that is correct. I think a lot of you, dude, what you're missing is you're missing leads, okay? Now, here's a couple things. Now, here's a couple things if you want to be successful as a successful real estate investor wholesaler. Number one is, dude, leads. Majority of you, dude, you don't have enough leads in your pipeline. Let me ask all of you right now that's on live. Let me ask you, how many leads you have right now in front of you that you can call? Comment in the chat. Comment in. Like, how many leads you got right now that I'll be like, hey, let's pick up the phone and let's call for the next hour. Do you have enough leads to call? You don't, dude. HP 102 leads, dude. Dude, my VA, 8 hours a day, they call over 1,000 people. So 100, dude, probably 1 hour. 1 hour, bam, they burn through that 102. Okay? So a lot of you, you need leads. The next thing is once you have the leads, guess what? This is where a lot of you, dude, have trouble with. Negotiating. Okay? Is that once you have the leads, once you start dialing, once you start your marketing, but when you get on the phone with the seller, you don't know what to say. Okay? You don't know what to say. Who here have that problem, and how can I help you? Who here has the problem? Who here has the problem where they got a seller on the phone, but they don't know what to say? Or they say the wrong thing, and then they lose the deal. The seller end up going with somebody else instead of you. Nada. No leads. See? Man, you guys, that's what you need, man. You guys need leads coming in every single day. People that you can reach out, okay? That you can reach out and that you can call. Chris, I heard you, Khang. I tried out King Data. I ran into a problem with exporting leads. Dude, Chris, no problem, man. Dude, Chris, reach out to the team, dude. At the bottom of their sites, there's 2 phone numbers. Dude, reach out to either phone number or email them. Dude, they'll get back to you. Like, their customer support is so good. So I don't know if you have reached out to them. But obviously be patient. They have a lot of people on their software. But reach out to them, dude. They'll get someone on the phone and they literally walk you through and show you exactly how it's done, Chris. Okay? Good Success says, tell us, how do we go about it? How to negotiate. So the best thing is that you should check out, all you need to do is go onto YouTube, type cold call role play, real King Kong. Dude, I have done over, I don't know, maybe 100 cold call role play. Just watch them and then try to see if you can come up with your own script. Okay? Or if you want to pay for it, you'll be like, hey, Khang, you know what? I got the money. I'd rather invest in your script. Then right there, I'll hand it to you. There's 2 parts of the script. Just go to WTMFam.com, okay? So Chris, let me hold on a second. So Chris, make sure at the bottom of their site there's a phone number. So make sure you reach out to them. Or Chris, can you text me, Chris? Text me to this phone number as well, dude, so I can get someone to jump on and help you, dude. Text me to that phone number and said, hey, I need help exporting my leads from King Data, and then I'll get one of my girls to jump on and help you, bro. It's so easy. I know that obviously when you're new to the software, you've never done it before, then obviously it's confusing and it can be hard, but literally 1 or 2 click and bam, you're done. Dude, man, thank you for the $4.99. Enough for a Starbucks, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate the money, man. But hey, Khang, I have a property. The owner's so motivated, but I don't know if an investor would buy. See, this is your guys' problem, man. Is you overthink. You know, I was actually on the phone with one of my students. He paid me $40,000. It's like a one-on-one, right? So what I told him, and I mean, like mine thinks alike. Dude, your guys' problem is you overthink. You don't even have a contract, and you overthink like, oh man, how am I going to sell this? No, what if nobody buys it? Yada yada yada. And I know, obviously, if you've never done a deal before, it can be scary. But here I am. I'm going to help you overcome this fear and this anxiety so you don't lose out on this deal. So the thing is, dude, you need to lock it up, bro. If it smells like a deal, if it sounds like a deal, lock it up. Once you lock it up, dude, try to lock it up as long as you possibly can. Trying to get at least 45 to 60 days on that contract. So it gives you time to find the buyer for it, find the right buyer for it. But you know what? I'm going to even take a step further, and I'm going to tell you if it's a deal or a no deal. All I need you to do, dude, is click on this link, bro. Let's jump on live, dude. Okay? I'm going to post a link to you, dude. Click on the link, man. Turn on your camera, and I'm going to help you analyze this deal, so that way you know if it's a deal or not a deal. Because a lot of you're wasting time you're wasting time on things that's not even a deal. And you're stressing over it, dude, when it's not even a deal. So if I were you, dude, I would lock it up and then worry about the next step, dude. If you don't have it under contract, dude, you don't have anything. Okay? So lock it up, dude. If the owner's motivated, dude, don't let the fear hold you back from a $20, $25, $30, $50,000 deal, dude. Okay, worst case, cancel the contract, back out. Worst case, dude, worst case is you lose your earnest money deposit. And like I said, one of my students, dude, their earnest money deposit is like $10. For me, all of my contract, I automatically put $250 in that contract. Who here would risk $250, possibly losing $250 to make $25K? Who here would risk $250 to possibly make $25,000? For me, dude, all day long. All day long, man. ARV, okay, so 120 is the ARV, okay? And she's asking for 114, which means, dude, she's asking for way too much, bro. Okay? So the question is, dude, the question I want to ask is, what did you offer her? Okay? What did you offer her, dude? So everyone understand here. This is the ARV, okay? Which stands for after repair value, which means this is what the property is actually worth after it's fixed up. It's worth $120,000. The seller is asking for $114,000. Okay? Already, dude, this is too high. She's basically asking retail value for the property. So I need to know, dude, is what is the rehab, man? How much it costs for rehab? And what is your offer? What do you offer the seller, man? Hey, Khang, it's investor boots, and we go look the same thing for boots on the ground, dude. No, dude. Slim 1988, dude. I would go with investor boots, bro. Dude, for those of you who don't know what investor boots is, okay, I haven't talked about this. I'm going to actually bring them on, and we're going to do a separate YouTube video. For those of you who need foot on the ground, who like, hey, Khang, I need pictures, I need inspections, I need someone to go out there to facilitate the showing because I'm wholesaling virtually. Dude, think of investor boots as like Uber. It doesn't matter what city, what state you're in, dude. You place an order and whatever. They can put a lockbox on for you. They can go out there, take pictures. They can do inspection for you. They can do video for you, everything. You just pay the price. They will actually align someone up to go out there and do it. I'll leave the link below in my descriptions, my affiliate link with investor boots. That way you guys can get a better price on it, okay? They'll give you a discount if you use my link, so I'll leave them right below. But I would go with investor boots. They're much quicker, faster. They're just more investor-friendly user, okay? She said it doesn't need rehab around 10K. So, okay, she said it doesn't need rehab, but it needs 10,000 in rehab. So, okay, so 10,000 in rehab. Dude, bro, whoever this is, dude, you're so slow, bro. I'm asking you is, okay, what do you offer the seller? If I were you, dude, this is what I would offer the seller. I'll take 120 minus 30%. That puts me at 84,000. She said it's going to need 10,000. Now I'm at 74. So 74,000, and I probably want to make 20,000 on it. So I'm going to offer her my offer price. I will start at 54,000. Okay. Okay, let's flip the camera around TikTok. Let's chat. Okay. Move this away. Bright said I have a 500 of both expired listing and temporary withdrawal listing. What do I do next? Easy. So now that you got a list pool of 5,000 people or 500, the next thing you're going to do, dude, is you're going to skip trace. Okay, you take that list, same software, King Data, okay, kingdata.ai. Take that list, you upload it, and with one click of a button, you're going to skip trace. You're going to get all the owner phone number, and then you're going to start pounding the phone. And that is your next step. And then you're going to start making them your lowball cash offer. Now, you're going to 97% of the people are going to say no, F you, screw you, don't call me again, yada, yada. But you don't care, okay? All we're doing is we just searching for one yes. One sell. That's all you need. One person, okay? Once again, man. Yeah, I didn't give her an offer yet, but I need to call her back and give her an offer. See, the problem with most of you is that you're afraid to make your lowball cash offer. You're afraid. My mentor used to tell me, if you're not embarrassed about your offer, then you offer way too high. It's okay to start low. You can always go up. But you can't start high and then go down on your offer. So don't be afraid to make your lowball cash offer, man. It either works or it doesn't. What's the worst case can happen? They say no? Shit. They say no to your 54. I'll come back and be like, hey, 114, the property's only worth 120. You know, if we pay all the closing costs, all the fees, it's going to need 10,000 in rehab, yada, yada, yada. it doesn't make sense for us at 114, right? So now you'll be like, well, I mean, what's the least that you're willing to take if we come in, do this for you? That's how you negotiate. So every single time when you ask for a seller to reduce their price, you must give them a reason why they should. You can't just say it's not the best you can do. Is that the lowest you take? Those are like amateur question, man. What's your bottom line? Come on, man. Right? Give them a reason why. So typically a reason will be like, hey, Mr. Seller, since we are going to pay all your closing costs, including your excise tax, your transfer tax, your title insurance, if there's any realtor commission, we'll be the one who's going to pay for it. We're also taking over the property in assets condition, which means we're not asking you to do any repair. We're taking on all the risk. We're taking on all the rehab, all the repair that's needed to be done to the property, right? What's the lowest you take on your property? Now you give them a reason why they need to drop their price. Comprende? Make sense? Make sense? All right. So, dude, call her up, dude, and make her an offer, dude. I would start at $54,000. So the next thing, dude, you also want to know is how much the seller owe on their property. If she owes nothing, bro, dude, this is good. If she owns it free and clear, dude, it's good. Okay, but I would start your offer at $54K. Call her up right now, dude. Call her up, make an offer, and then come back onto the live and let me know. And I'll help you. Some of you do. See, the problem with unsuccessful people is that they move too slow. You guys move too slow. When I tell you to do it, dude, go right now, do it. Some of you do, you move too slow. Speed, money is speed, man. Okay? All right, question. TikTok family, what kind of question you got, TikTok? Beasto said, how much would you sell it to the buyer for? Oh, okay, good question. So yeah, man, I mean, if he were to lock it up at 54, right? We can sell it to the buyer for $20,000 more, man. So I'll send it out to the buyer for $74,000. Buyer's going to buy for 74. It's going to put 10,000 into it. So after all the closing costs and all the fees, maybe the buyer will be at 88,000 and they'll list the property for 120,000. So 120 minus 88 to them is the $32,000 spread. So in this case, dude, as a wholesaler, you might end up making even more money than the person who's going to fix and flip the property. Shit. Happens all. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. There are deals where I make way more. I make twice as much as the guy who's going to buy it, fix it, and flip it. Just because I'm able to negotiate the seller and get the seller under contract at such a low price. Okay? What are the best state to invest in? You know, I mean, if you're talking about wholesaling, I think the best state is your own state. It's your own backyard. You know your states, dude, better than any other states. Okay? And if you have to run out there to take pictures, you have to run out there to meet the seller to get the deal done, you can, since it's your first deal. So I would start in your own backyard, man. Do you use 70%? Dude, same thing, man. Okay? Same thing, dude. 30%, dude, minus 30% times 70%, same shit. Okay? But to me, dude, it makes no sense when someone said, hey, times 70%. It makes no sense to me. So I like to say, so when I talk, I like to say minus 30%. I look at it like, hey, if I go buy a pants and the pants cost $100 and today it's 30% off, I know I'm going to pay $70 for it. So I don't know when people say times 70%, I don't know why, but it makes no sense to me. Okay? Times 70%, like it makes no sense. Like what? Times 70%. But it's the same thing. All right? Any other question? Any other questions? Merry Christmas to you and your family, Khang. Well, thank you so much. Right back at you. I appreciate it. You know, a lot of you, dude, let me ask all of you this question, okay? Who here is waiting for January 1st to start wholesaling? That's what I want to know, dude. Who here, man, okay? Who here is waiting for January 1st of 2025, okay, to start? I can't even spell. Who here is waiting for January 1st, 2025 to start wholesaling? Dana K, bright dude. Let me tell you something, okay? For those of you who's waiting, you're waiting for January 1st to start, dude. You already behind the game. To me, you're not an action taker. To me, dude, you're not an action taker. Why wait? What is so special about January 1st? Look back at 2024. Who here has set a goal in 2024 and actually followed through it and actually hit them? Dude, there's a saying that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. Bright and Diana, those of you who think, oh, I gotta wait, dude, you have a problem. You know what your problem is, dude? Procrastination. Dude, what should have been done today should already be done yesterday. Like you could have started making calls today, and dude, by maybe January 1st, maybe you lock a deal under contract. Lock it up, dude. So why wait? If I tell you, Diana and Bright, if I tell you, okay, if I tell you, dude, by January 1st, if you start today, by January 1st of 2025, you get a property on a contract that you can make $20,000. Are you going to wait, dude? Come on, man. Shit, bro. Are you going to wait? See, a lot of you, dude, is that you say that you want success, you want to be successful, you want to get rich, you want to, you want to provide for your family, you want to hit your goal, you want to make a lot of money, yada, yada, yada. But it's all this, dude. A lot of you, 99% of you, this is all you got, dude. Yep, ain't doing shit, dude. If I tell you, look, dude, just look within you, okay? Ask yourself this question. If I tell you, dude, if you could have started today and by January 1st, you can lock up a property in a contract that makes you $20K, would you wait? Would you wait? Come on, man. Of course you wouldn't wait. So why wait? Procrastination. That's what it is. JR said, I do flip in Maryland just in case you have a good property. I have some students in Maryland. What other questions? TikTok family, what other questions? Gary said, I'm aggressively, when I'm interested, I need to learn the process and stuff. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. Not exactly sure what you mean, okay? But let me tell you this, okay? I did not get rich because I set a New Year resolution. I did not get rich because I wait for a certain day, for a certain time, for certain things to happen before I start. Dude, when I think of something, dude, I'm a type that shoots and then aim. I remember when I first got into real estate, all I heard was people said, hey, call Craigslist people and start making offer. Dude, the next thing I hear that, I didn't watch any more video. I start pounding the phone and call everybody on Craigslist. Dude, are you a doer or are you a talker? And I can tell you, man, results don't come from talking. Okay? Results does not come from talking. It does not come from watching a bunch of podcasts. It does not come from reading a bunch of books. It comes from one thing, man. Results come from that. And that is what majority of you guys don't have. Action. Okay? Diana said, how do you approach the seller about the property? Diana, I don't know exactly what you mean, Diana. How do you approach the seller? Easy. Just call them up and say, hey, my name is Diana. I work with a group of investors. We're looking to buy 1 or 2 more houses in your particular area in the next 30, 60 days. I'm just curious, do you have a house or property that you're interested in selling? Simple as that, Diana. It's that simple. Diana said, I have a daycare center and I want to get into this because I enjoy selling. I want something else. Diana, then you should start, Diana. And this is, Diana, this is something that you can do part-time. You can do your daycare thing and you can also do this on the side. Okay? But you shouldn't wait, Diana. There's no reason to wait. Okay? You either do it today or just don't do it at all. Khang, are you going to interview Team Brats again? Jose? I don't know. HP said I use the same pitch to that, but they say no. Yeah, dude, once again, HP, how many people have you called? How many people have you pitched to? Once again, dude, 90%, 97% of the people you call is going to say no. But all you need, my friend, is one yes. Okay? HP, again, it was just the few. I don't think I'm stuck. I don't think I stuck go yet. Okay, yeah. Okay. As you guys can see, man, my reading is so bad. Diana K said, "Yeah, I received those calls. Good. You must have you must own a house or you must own some rental property." Okay, so let me see what TikTok said here. How do I make better cold calls? Is to do more, dude. Eric, how do you make better cold call, dude? I suggest that you should go to my YouTube channel, type in cold call roleplay, Real King Kong cold call roleplay, dude. There should be a bunch of YouTube video that will pop up so that way you can watch, listen, and hopefully you can come up with your own script, man. Okay? Because if you're out there, you just wing it, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know if it's the right thing to say or it's the wrong thing to say. You don't have to overcome their objections, right? So you might have to call a lot to go through the trial and error to figure it out. Or you can just go check out my cold call roleplay, dude. I give out a free game on my YouTube, baby. Khang, she told me her property not good for investor because no profit. Okay, so basically she's not motivated, dude. So you make her an offer and she won't come to. Okay, so listen, dude. If it's worth 120, you made her your offer and she's stuck at 114, bro. It's a no deal. So just move on. A lot of you, dude, you're having a hard time moving on. You're so hung up on that seller. You're trying to convince that seller to sell to you at a discount. You cannot turn an unmotivated seller to a motivated seller. So do the best that you can when you're on the call. Talk to the seller. Make your offer. If they say no, set follow-up. So for me, dude, if she say no, dude, I'll set this dude a 15 days follow-up, a 30 days follow-up, 60 days, 90 days, and then I just repeat the process. Okay? So set a follow-up, man. It's not a deal. Move on, bro. What other question? What other question, man? Oh, man. Okay. YouTube family. TikTok. No more question, huh? You guys had a question to ask. How many follow-ups do you need to do? Dude, as much, dude, as you need to do, man. So once again, I just said it. I'll do a 15, 30, 60, 90 days, and then I just repeat the process, which means I'll continue to follow up with them until they sell to me or they sell to somebody else, man. Okay? But it does not get out of my CRM. It does not get out of my it does not get out of my system. Because eventually one day they will sell that property. And it's whoever it is that actually follow up with them, man. You need to understand that 60 to 70% of your deals come from follow-up. It's not on a first call. Follow-up. Follow-up until it's sold. That is correct. Joe said, I don't think I can trust a guy who can't even find a shirt that fits. It's okay, man. I'm not here to earn your trust, dude. I'm just here to share with you the knowledge and the experience, dude. If a shirt makes you untrustworthy, then all right, next. Next. What mentality should I cultivate to success in wholesale? What mentality? You mean like mindset, bro? Here's the mindset that you need to have, okay? Here is the mindset. Who here wants to know, like, what is the winner's mindset looks like? What type of mindset do you need to have to be a winner? Who here wants to know that? TikTok, double tap the screen if you want to know that. Dude, who here's, because, dude, I've been around millionaires and multimillionaires, and every single one of them, dude, have similar mindset. Similar. And, dude, all the broke people, dude, have similar mindset. Okay? So the number one attitude is, dude, is you need to have an attitude of whatever it takes, dude. Okay? Whatever it takes, man. Which means, dude, you don't make excuses. You focus on making money instead of making excuses. So you need to have an attitude of whatever it takes, man. If I tell you to call 1,000 people, you can be like, yep, I'm going to call 1,000 people. I'm going to call until I get a deal done. I'm going to call until I succeed. That's the attitude that you should have. You got it, dude? Number two, bro, is you need to be patient. Okay? A lot of people, dude, all they want to do is they want to get rich quick. Lack of patience. Okay? And I can tell you right now, dude, look at all your friends. Look at the friends that you hang around with. If they ain't got no money, dude, I'm telling you, man, when you're on the phone with them, guess what they do? All of them make excuses. You know, I just came back from Vietnam, and I don't think it's just Vietnam, but it's across the world. The reason why people stay poor is because their mindset has already been corrupted. So I was saying, okay, so let me tell you a quick story. Okay, so I was in an Uber. So back in Vietnam, it's called Grab. Okay, so when you go back to my country, dude, just use Grab. Whatever it is, dude, whatever it is you want, baby, you don't even need to leave your house. Dude, in my country, dude, when you get that Mobi brand, dude, I'm telling you, man, you live like a king and you feel like a king. They treat you like a king. Okay, so it's Grab. So just like Uber, okay? Just like Uber, okay? So the guy been doing Uber, man, for 15 years. He's been doing Grab or Uber, whatever it is, right? Been driving taxi. It went from taxi cab to whatever it is. Oh, shit. Okay. Been doing so he's been driving taxi cab to Uber to whatever it is for 15 years. I asked him, why don't he make a switch? Why don't he change? Because I told him, hey, you can't do the same thing and expect to get a different results. And so when I talk to these guys, I don't tell them how much money I make. I don't tell them about my social media because obviously I don't want to be a target. I don't want to be a moving target, you know? But I basically tell them, hey, if driving an Uber for 15 years is not getting you to where you want it to be financially, then why don't you change? You know what the cat said? The cat said, you know what? I've been doing this too long to change. It's the only thing that I know how to do. He said, you know, like, it's the only thing that I know how to do. I don't know how to do anything else. And you know what I said? I said, well, did you know how to drive? Or did you have to learn how to drive? And then the next, and and then the next thing is, you know what he said? Another excuse. Well, you need a lot of money to do anything. No, you don't. Even in my country, man, I've seen people in my country that started from the bottom with, dude, like bottom, like me, and made it to the top. I do believe that it is much harder in my country to get rich than it is in America. That's why I said, if you can't make it in America, dude, you ain't gonna make it in my country. But people in my country, there are people who started from the bottom and have made it to freaking millions. Like, they are multi-millionaires in my country. Okay? So if they can do it, why can't you? It's because their mindset is different. So the guy said, well, you need money, you need connection, you need this, you need la. Like, all he does, dude, is he just make excuses. Instead of like, hey, you know what? Why? Oh, another thing is they all have in common is they're not willing to take risk. They said it's too risky. They said it's too risky. Okay? So as a winner mindset, man, number 3, okay? You got to be willing to take risk, bro. No risk, no reward. Okay? If you want secure, stay at a JOB. But even that is not secure. Right? So number 3, dude, is winner, dude. You got to be willing to take risk. Okay? Number 4, and I know, dude, the new generation, this is what they're missing, dude, is commitment. They couldn't even commit to one girl, man. Commitment. You got to be committed. Figure out one thing that you want to master. And if I were you, I would commit to that one thing for at least a year. Learn everything about it. Find someone who's successfully doing what you want to do, making the kind of money you want to make, where you want it to be in life, and then, dude, just learn everything from them. Okay? So, dude, so you got to stay committed. Because it ain't going to happen overnight. You're not going to go from 0 to become $1 million in a year. Ain't going to happen. Okay? Realistically, here's what's going to happen. Okay? Realistically, here is what's going to happen. Let me tell you, for those of you who needs a reality check. If you're starting from, let's just say, I mean, majority of you are probably not at 0. You probably have some money. So I would say, realistically, if you start at like 5 to 10,000, let's just say you got 5 to 10,000 in a bank. Realistically, if you pick a niche, a industry, whether it's wholesaling or it doesn't matter what business, but here's what's going to happen. You might, within your first year, you might make an extra 50 to 100,000. This is realistically that can happen in the real world. Okay. And then year 2, you might go, from 100,000 to possibly, 200,000. Okay. Year 3, year 4, year 5, dude, it's going to take you a while to the point where you're going to get that $1 million to the $1 million mark. There will be years where you're going to go backward because things happen and you're going to lose money. I use, when I watch people, let me tell you, in business and in life, y'all need to understand this, man. Okay? In business and in life, it's never like this, my friend. It's never like, oh, I start at 0 and then my income just continue to go up like that. Dude, it's not like this. You wish it's like this. And this is what I thought too. I thought that, hey, you know what? I built my business already. If my business makes 100,000 this year, next year it should make 200,000. And next year it should make 400,000. And the next year I should hit $1 million, right? But it's not like that. It's absolutely not like this. Maybe you build your business. Your second year, maybe you make some money. And maybe your third year, dude, you lose 50,000. Now you're going backward. and then you figure it out, and then you might go back up again, and then you're going to go back down again. But that is how it is in the real world. But nobody tells you that. But I will. Because you guys need to understand, dude. Like, you guys need to understand. So I think a lot of people, I think some people fail or they give up when they start a business is because the expectation is too high. And then reality hits. They'll be, oh shit, this is harder than I expected. And then they quit, and then they bounce back to doing whatever they're doing. Who here has that ever happened to you? Like you expect, oh man, when I get into this business, things are going to blow up, and oh my God, I'm going to make a boatload of money, and all of a sudden you'll be like, dude, 3 months in, 6 months in, you haven't even done a deal or 2 deals. You see, that's why when I decided, I've done so many business. I've tried so many things, just like some of you. I've been down the road that you have been down. So whenever I start something, I just know for a fact that it's going to take a long time and it's just going to require so much work. So when I started my fitness journey, dude, I give myself at least 1 year to actually see the physique that I'm seeking for. I didn't go for 6 months. So I was patient and I was committed. Every single day, dude, I was just putting in the rep. And I just believe that I'm getting closer and closer and closer because I give myself time. A lot of you, dude, that's your problem. Is that your expectation is too high and then your reality hits you and that's why you give up. You go to the gym, you're overweight, and you be like, oh man, dude, in the next 30 to 60 days, I want to look like a supermodel. Dude, in the next 30, 60 days, I want to lose 20 to 40 pounds. Shit, dude. Unless you go suck it out or something, right? But that's what people, majority of people, and that's why people give up on the gym. Because they don't know realistically, healthy, you only lose probably 2 pounds a week. Realistically. That you can maintain and continue going. And once you understand that, you'll be like, oh man, okay, so it's 2 pounds a week. Okay, I gotta give myself time. But dude, let's just say that you overweight. So when you're overweight, you have more fat to lose, and obviously you might lose more than 2 pounds a week. But when you get down to a certain weight, right, the healthy weight loss is right around 2 pounds a week. So in a month, and you're gonna put in a bunch of work. You literally, realistically, you can only lose 2 pounds healthy. Body fat is even harder to lose. Do you guys understand what I'm saying here? Okay. Dude, bro. Khang, how much is your academy, bro? Dude, here's what you need to do. For those of you who wants to join the academy or my coaching, dude, just go coachwithkhang.com. Fill out the application because I want to make sure that we are a good fit for each other. My team, they will explain to you everything about the academy, making sure it's exactly what you're looking for, dude, before you spend the money. Because if you spend the money and you'll be like, hey, Khang, it's not what I'm looking for, yada, 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 it's just not good for you and I, for both. Okay? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Carlos said, how do you change a seller mind when their expectation for the property are too high? Good question. So here's how I get the seller to come down on price. Let's just say that their property's worth $300,000. Okay? Okay? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to use the example earlier. Okay? So the example earlier is that the property's worth $120,000. Okay? Seller's asking $114,000. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say to the seller. Okay? Dude, this is psychology. You guys ready for this? Took me 12 years, man, to master sales. I can close anybody. Anybody that's ready to be closed, dude, I'll close you, okay? So, the first question I'm going to ask the seller is that when they're not motivated, in this case, they're asking for retail value. So I'll be like, hey, Bob, let's just say the seller's Bob. I'll be like, hey, Bob, if you're going to list your property with an agent, are you going to list it for 114? So if you're going to list your property with an agent, are you going to list it for 114? The seller will be like, yeah, because that's how much they ask. They're probably going to list it for 114. If they say yes, I'm going to be like, well, Bob, do you know all the closing costs, the realtor commissions that's involved in you selling your property the traditional way? And most seller, 99%, will not know. Okay? They will not know. And then I'll break it down for them. You know, I mean, realtor is going to charge you between 5 to 6% in realtor commissions. And then you got your excise tax, your transfer tax, your title insurance, your escrow fee, you know, all the typical costs that associate with you selling your property. So I would say roughly, and that's not even including the holding costs, waiting for your property to sell. So I would say that's going to run you between 10 to 13%. So I will actually do the math with them. I'll be like, okay, so if you sell for 114, and let's just say you got someone that comes in and offer you full price. But let me tell you, Bob, Mr. Seller, nobody pay full price. They don't know that. But I'll be like, hey, your property needs work, so everybody wants a discount off of used stuff, especially if it needs work. Don't you agree? Bob will be like, yeah, right? If you buy a used car, you ain't going to pay full price, especially the car needs work. You ain't going to pay full price, baby. So let's just say the best case scenario, someone comes in and offer you 114 and full price. Now we minus the 10%, let's just say 10%. So I don't know if you know, Bob, but realistically, you're going to walk away with maybe like 102. Okay? 102. Now I already got the seller to thinking about 102 already. And that, my friend, is how I get the seller to come down on price. It's now you got to take logic out and you got to work the number and work them down. Okay? But that's how I get the seller to come down off on price. You'll be like, well, Khang, your offers, you're going to offer them $54,000. How do you get them to come off another $50,000? Well, if they're motivated, you'll be like, well, you know, Bob, now I got to pay another $10,000 to rehab the property to fix it and put in perfect condition again. So now we're looking at like what, 88,000. Okay? So I just got them to come off, 92,000. My bad. Right? 92,000. Maybe, right? So now I just got them to come off another, 10,000. And then I just work them from there, man. Okay? 10% is the potential closing costs and fees. Yeah, typically, man. Typically, HP is right around there. It's right around 10%. Plus or minus, depend, man. What other question? Any other question? So let me see here. How old are you, dude? Oh, dude, I'm about to turn 41. Dude, it is so crazy. I'm about to turn 41 in January. My God, dude, time flies, man. Just so you know that the lobster is 149. 149 lobsters. When I go to like restaurant or when I go anywhere and people question me if I can afford something, I mean, some of you might get offended, but for me, dude, I'm actually not offended at all. I'm actually not offended at all. I think if you're offended by anything, like any question that people ask, if you're offended by it, it's because you're already insecure about it. So it's not their problem. Like, I get a bunch of haters on here, comment a bunch of stuff, yada, yada, yada. And if you get offended by it, bro, it's because you're already insecure about that problem. So it's not their problem. It's actually you're the one who has a problem. For example, dude, let's just say if you have black hair and they're like, dude, you have nasty blue hair. Would you care? You'd be like, idiots. You'll be like, dude, you're an idiot, dude. right? And you wouldn't even bother, like it wouldn't even bother you. But let's just say that you wear a wig, because people think I wear a wig, right? So let's just say you wear a wig and people talk about, oh man, the guy's having a wig on, yada yada yada, he's probably bald, and then you get all offended. It's because you're insecure about it already. That's why. So for me, dude, the problem is never the outside. It is you who is the problem. You need to learn how to control. You need to learn how to, dude, like you need to learn how to control your emotion. Dude, if you can control your emotion, the best negotiator, dude, can control their emotion in chaos, right? When there's a bunch of crazy things happening, you can control. Dude, it is hard. But if you can control and maintain peace and think clearly, dude, you are a killer. I'm telling you, you are a killer. Khang, how often do you find seller willing to let you assume their loan? So basically, you're talking about like sub 2. I don't really do sub 2. George said I already closed my first deal. Thanks to all your video, Khang. George, let me pin that, baby. Dude, everybody. So TikTok family, everybody, let's show George some love. Drop that hearts, baby. Dude. George, how much was your first deal, George? George has closed his first deal thanks to all of Khang video. Damn. Hustler. How to determine the correct loan to value in high market. Loan to value, man. So basically, Scorpion, probably I mispronounced it, but it's just the same thing, dude. So like ARV, you need to find 3 comparables, right? 3 similar property, see what they're selling for in perfect condition, and that's how you get the ARV. Khang, my broker told me wholesaling is illegal without wholesaler putting their own money into escrow. Jose, the question you need to ask your broker is, has he or she done a wholesale deal before? A lot of you, dude, you're getting advice and you're listening to the wrong people. It's okay. If they give you the advice, just ask them, have you done it before? No? Have you? No? Oh, I tried. Okay. How long did you try? For 30 days? How many people did you call? How many offers did you make? Oh, no wonder why it didn't work. Come on, man. Shit, bro. So ask your broker, has he wholesaled before? If he or she hasn't, why would you listen to them? Come on, man. Shit. The problem is a lot of you, dude, you want to get rich, you want to be a millionaire, you want to make extra 100, 200,000, and you go ask people who make $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year. Asking your parents, asking your friends, asking your realtors, asking whoever it is, yada, yada, yada. Oh, you mean like, oh, loan to value, I see. Percentage, like what the bank will loan you. So typically, dude, my bank, dude, will loan me at 75% ARV, which is after, whatever the property's worth, they'll loan it at 75%. There are banks, if you build enough relationship, they might go to 80%, dude, but it's really rare. 75% is probably where you want. Majority of the bank, dude, they will do 70%, 75%, and 70%. I would say 99% of the bank, this is rare. Okay? I hope that helps, man. Sorry about that. What other questions? Oh, YouTube family, I can't show this on TikTok. YouTube family, if you haven't checked out my book, if you're new into the game and you're like, Khang, I don't know where to start, I love reading, gotta check this out. I have so many people who DM me and said, hey, Khang, thank you for the book. I just locked up my first deal in the contract. I just closed my first deal. YouTube family, there's where you go to get it. Sorry, TikTok family, I can't post it on there. Otherwise, TikTok will kick me off. Right there, YouTube fam. Okay? Grab yourself a copy. And for those of you who actually have purchased the book and got the copy, it would truly mean the world to me if you can take some time, drop me a review on Amazon. It truly helped me out, and it means the world. What other question? Okay. What book is it I needed? Oh man, I can't show it on TikTok because it will consider like I'm advertising or I'm promoting, and then they'll ban my life. Do you recommend cold calling? Absolutely, Jamal. Man, cold calling and text message is the quickest. It's like the fastest way and the cheapest way to get in front of a seller. So the answer is yes. Home in my area are 600,000 and better, and I heard that I can go higher than 70% rule in my area. Well, yeah, dude. So this is where you need to this is when you need to understand your market and you need to understand your buyer. For example, if you're in a hot market, like for example, if you're in like Seattle, if you're in a hot market like Seattle, if you're in a market where there's a lot of buyers, a lot of activities, then yes, you can go. Typically, dude, I would even go like 20 or 25% off only. So which means you can go up to like 80 to 75%. Okay? Hope that helps. Ooh. User 649 said, can you tell me mandatory things I should know before my first wholesale deal? I think, okay, so the one thing you need to understand that if you get a property in a contract and you get in a contract at a wrong price, as long as you're within that inspection period, you can back out of the deal and get your earnest money deposit back. Nobody told me that, dude, when I first got into real estate, man. So I was afraid to lock these property in a contract, and I was being a little bit, and I was scared. And then I end up losing out on a $50,000 deal because I was not quick enough. Because I was too afraid to put it on a contract because I was like, well, what if I can't find a buyer, yada, yada, yada. But knowing what I know today, I would have locked it up. Worst case, cancel the contract, lose my earnest money deposit, and then move on to the next deal. What other questions? What other questions? What other questions? What other questions? Victor said, how do you find legit buyers? So here are some ways to find buyers, okay? So number one is realtors. Network with realtors, dude. Realtors know every other realtors. Number two, network with other wholesalers because they are just like you. They're out there building up their cash buyer list, so you can leverage their buyers list. But if they find you a buyer, you have to split the deal. That's just how it works. Finally, number three, dude, is there's a software that I use. Once again, I can't say it. TikTok banned me, but there you go. If you can read it, great. If you can't, sorry. What if I'm not in an area for driving for dollars? Can I just virtually wholesale? Destiny, absolutely. So Destiny, I've been virtually wholesaling for the past 6 years, okay? And here's what exactly I do. Okay, I'll tell you guys exactly what I do. It's very, very simple. The question is, are you going to do it? A lot of you ask, but you ain't doing it, okay? A lot of you ask, but you ain't taking action. A lot of you read a lot of books, but your bank account is still below sea level. A lot of you listen to a lot of podcasts, and you think you're doing something, you think you're changing your life, but your life hasn't changed. And so is your bank account. You see, man, you only need to read a certain amount of books, in my opinion. You only need to read a certain amount. You only need to like watch a certain amount to the point where you be like, dude, this is enough information. I need to start taking action. And then you're going to come across a roadblock, right? You're going to get to a certain destination. You'll be like, dang, okay. I've learned, I've used everything I've learned. Now it's time to learn new, right? And then that's when you go back, you watch the YouTube, you watch the podcast, you listen to podcasts, you read a couple books, you come back, you take action, yada, yada, yada. But a lot of you, dude, you're like book smart, but your bank account tells me you ain't very smart. Okay? So here's the software that I use, okay? And this is where I go. So step number one is I will sign up for the software, okay? And then I will pull a list of distressed property. Okay, I'll pull a list of distressed property like tax delinquents, absentee owner, pre-foreclosure, vacant property, yada, 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 right? Next step, dude, I'll just take that list, same software, I'll skip trace it, okay? To get the owner phone number, okay? And then next, simple, easy. Now I'm just going to pound the phone and I'm just going to start making offer. Boom, 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 boom. I know I'm going to get a lot of no's, but I don't care about that because all I need is one yes. One yes a month, man. One yes a month, 20 to 25K. So the average wholesale deal in my area is 25,000. If I just focus on getting one yes a month, I make an extra $300,000 a year. Who here makes $300,000 a year? Just working from home, calling people. Who here? Who here makes $300,000 a year working from home, calling people, making offer? I doubt any one of you. And let me tell you this, like a lot of you, you need to understand this, okay? Here's something that most people don't understand. I think here's something that most poor people don't understand. When I say poor, I mean like poor-minded people. You know, people who like don't think outside of the box. Okay, let me flip the camera around. Okay. What time is it? Shoot, 1:18 already. I wonder if Lon texts me. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here's something I think most people don't understand. That it's not how hard you work, but it's what you do for work that will make you rich. Okay? It's not how hard you work, man. It's what you do for work. You can sit at home, call these people, make offer, and make $25,000 a month. Or you can go out there, pounding hammers, doing manual labor, and make $50,000 a year. Two different skills. Warren Buffett, you think Warren Buffett works hard? Come on, man. The guy don't work hard, man. Just work smart. It's the business it's the business he's in. It's the vehicle that he chooses. Okay? David said, hey, Khang, can you help me understand repair costs? I'm too paralyzed over getting them right. Okay. Well, David, first off, dude, I need to strain your mindset, David. So, David, first off, dude, I actually have a student who is just like you. Just like you. And he's an analyzer. An analyzer, dude, becomes paralyzed. Okay? So, first off, dude, it's now that you recognize that you're an analyze, you analyze too much. Okay? So, David, so the thing is, dude, you need to understand that you will make mistake regardless. I don't care how much research you do, dude. When you get into the real world, when you start doing the business, you will make mistake, regardless of how much research you do. Okay? But the good thing is every mistake, dude, can be solved. Okay. So number one, dude, is that you're like, oh, Khang, repair costs. It's very easy. So if the seller said, hey, it needs a light rehab, just go with $15 to $20 per square foot. Okay. A medium, dude, let's just say 25 to like 35. Heavy, depending on your states, 45 to like $65 per square foot for like heavy rehab. So if I were you, David, I would just use these numbers, do the calculation, follow the formula, and just make your offer. Once again, David, worst case is if you lock the property under contract at a wrong price because you're like, oh man, I thought it's going to be $30,000 to rehab the property, but it ended up to be $50,000. Well, it's okay, bro. You can always go back and renegotiate with the seller. But you're sitting there analyzing, you're trying to go down to the pennies, bro. You're going to lose out on deals where you could have gotten a contract and you're losing it out on to other people. Okay? And listen, like this is just a rough estimate. It gives you enough of a ballpark to pull the trigger to get it done. And eventually, the more you do it, David, when you send your buyer out there and your buyer like come back to you and buyer said, hey, you know what, dude? It costs more than $30,000. It actually costs $50,000 because of this. Like they'll tell you all the things that's wrong with it, and they'll be like, hey, this is why it costs $50,000. And then you take note of it. You take notes, and then over a period of time, David, you will start to learn. Hey, okay, this time, okay, the seller said, hey, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a whole roof need to be done. The last time I estimated that the roof was $5,000, but my buyer told me it's going to cost me $10,000. So now all of a sudden, now boom, $10,000 for the roof. Makes sense, bro? When I first got into real estate, David, 12 years ago, dude, I knew nothing about. I have no construction background. I didn't even know how much houses are going for in my area. Like I have no experience, dude. No experience, nothing. But I just did it, dude. I went into the game and I just started learn. And I learn. Okay. And that's what you need to do, David, is that you need to go in, dude, and you need to take action, make the first move. And then, hey, you run into a problem. Now, hey, I just run into a roadblock. Okay. Go back to YouTube, search it, Google it. Oh, okay. Well, this is what I need to do. Okay. Now let's move forward again. And that's just how it is, bro. Okay. Even with a mentor, David, you will still make mistake, but it's minimal mistake, Because the mentor, you can call the mentor up and be like, hey, I run into this problem. But yeah, dude, I mean, David, if you want to be successful, bro, you got to get over that analysis paralysis. Okay, I got to go. Lon, you done? Okay, bye. All right, fam, I got to bounce. Lon is done, so I got to go pick her up. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. And I truly hope that this video does add some value to you and that it's not a time waster. Okay? Once again, for those of you who be like, hey, Khang, how can I get into your academy? How can I be coached? How can I work with you? I need a mentor. Or I need to be a part of your community. I need to be a part of a like-minded individual. I need a group of people where I can go in there and actually learn how to do this together. Just go to coachwithkhang.com. I think we have over 100 or 200 students right now in the academy that are actively doing deals that you can go in there and network with. Some in there that are new, have never done a deal before. Some working on their 5th, their 6th, their 7th deals. So we got different types of people in there. So go to coachwithkhang.com, fill out the application, and I look forward to seeing you in the academy if that is you. Until next time, you guys, take care, and let's go get this money. I'm out. I'm so exhausted.